Team Enrichment. This week, we're doing a lesson in Google Slides where we are going to practice our copying and pasting skills. And what that means is we're going to take one picture and make a bunch of the same picture. And you're going to get to draw either a snowman picture for me or a Christmas tree picture for me, whatever one you want in Google Slides. We're going to be practicing those skills again today, okay? So first, I do have one announcement, and this is for the at-home helpers, my parents. 2 weeks ago, I put out, I sent this materials list to every student on Schoology. So they got this 2 weeks ago, but in case you didn't see it somehow, these are the materials you're going to need this month to do activities for my class. So we have 2 family experiments, and these are the materials you're going to need. For next week's experiment, you're going to need either like a 9x13 pan or a pie pan or even just a plate. If you have lots of kids, I would suggest smaller dishes so they can each have their own. And then you're going to need some milk. If you haven't gone to the store yet, whole fat milk is the best. We want the fat in the milk for the experiment. They don't need a ton, just enough to cover the bottom of that dish. So you don't need a ton of milk, okay? Then you're gonna need food coloring, the liquid, the drops. You're going to need liquid dish soap like Dawn, what you use to wash your dishes. And then you're going to need Q-tips for the first experiment. That's for next week. For the week after, or no, excuse me, that's for 2 weeks from now. For next week, we're doing this candy cane experiment, and you only need one set of this per house. So for the milk experiment, each kid probably needs their own set, but for this, you can just do one for the whole family. So you need 4 candy canes for the whole family, 4 clear glasses of the same size, so like cups. They do have to be clear because you have to see what's happening in the cup. So they can be plastic, they can be glass, it doesn't matter. You're going to need white vinegar, vegetable oil, and water. Depending on the size of your cups, you're going to need about 1 cup of liquid for each. So a cup of vegetable oil, a cup of vinegar. But if you have smaller glasses, then you'd probably only need like half of a cup of each, okay? So these are what you need for next week and the week after. I just want to make sure everyone sees that. And if you need this materials list again, if you go into my classroom, my Schoology classroom, and you click on the green button that says materials, you can find this list, okay? All right, so done with that announcement. Let's get started with today's lesson. We're going to start with, we are going to get started. So this is what you're going to be making today, boys and girls. You are going to either be making a snowman picture, or you are going to be making a Christmas tree picture, or if you really want, you can make both. I don't care, okay? So this is my example. I took shapes from Google Slides and I turned them into this snowman. And so I'm going to tell you how you're going to take this pile of shapes and turn it into that. We're going to do that by practicing our keyboard shortcuts. So in Schoology, you have to use the keyboard shortcuts. That's why we're practicing this. So to copy something, to make more than one of it, you're going to use these keys on your keyboard, Control and the letter C. Then to paste it, to glue it down somewhere else, you're going to use Control and the letter V. So let me show you what I mean. Here I have, whoopsies, I have this snowflake. Let's say I want more than one of these snowflakes. I want to copy and paste my snowflake. So on my keyboard, what I'm going to do is first I have to select the snowflake because whatever I click on, whatever is selected, that's what it will copy. So I want my snowflake, I click it, and on my keyboard, I'm going to hold down Control and then click the letter C. Okay, now nothing happened, but I want you to look up here where it says edit and watch when I hit Control C. Ready? It flashed blue. That means something did happen even though it doesn't look like it. So I have copied it. I've made a copy, but now I have to paste it. So once again, I'm going to hold down Control with my pinky finger and I'm going to click the letter V. And now I have 2 of them and I can move it wherever I want. So here's just one, but I made 2. So again, I'm going to hold down control with my pinky. CTRL stands for control. And I'm going to click the letter C. And now I'm going to hold down control again. And this time I'm going to click the letter V. And look, there's another snowflake. Now I have more snowflakes. If I keep clicking control V, it will just keep making more snowflakes. Each time I click control V, it makes another snowflake. So I have all these snowflakes. So these are the keyboard shortcuts we're going to be practicing today. So let's take a look at the next slide for what you're going to do. So if you choose to do the snowman or the Christmas tree, it does not matter to me. But what I have done is I have put out these shapes. I have put out these shapes, and what we are going to do with them is we are going to do three things. First, we're going to practice our copying and pasting. We're also going to practice changing the size of the shapes, resizing them, and then the other thing we're going to practice is changing the colors. So we've already practiced resizing and changing the fill color. Those are review, okay? So our goals are to be able to copy and paste, and then to be able to resize and change the fill color. So let's see, I want to build my snowman. Here I have the body. I'm going to drag the bottom out here. If I want to change the size, remember I just grab one of the little blue squares. If I grab a side square, it will make it wider. I don't like that, so I'm going to click undo. If I grab a top square, it will make it taller. I'm going to undo that. But if I grab a corner square, it makes it wider and taller at the same time. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And now I'm going to copy this because I want my snowman to have a bottom, a middle, and a top. So I have it selected. I'm going to hold down control and click the letter C, and then hold down control and click the letter V. Now I have two, but I don't want them to be the same size. So I'm going to grab the corner and make this one a little smaller. I'm going to put it on top like that. You could put it right here. I think it looks more realistic when they kind of like lay on top of each other a bit. And then again, I'm going to click Control C and Control V. Now I have two of the middles. I'm going to make this one a little smaller for the head. Okay, I like that. I think that looks good. Now my snowman needs a face. So already I've copied and pasted and I've resized things. Let's give my snowman a face. I like these little dots. I think these look good for the eyes. Maybe, when I pull it over there, where did it go? Let's do that again. Oh no, it's behind the snowman. So how do I get this in front of the snowman? Well, there's one more thing I have to do. I'm going to change the order. Right now, this head is on top of this black dot. I don't want that. So what I am going to do is actually, you don't need this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click it. I've selected it. And up at the top, I'm going to go to where it says Arrange with an A. Click the word Order and click the top one, Bring to Front. Now when I move it, it's in front of everything. Before it was behind, it was under it. Now it's in the front. And I'm going to make this eye a little smaller. And I'm going to move it. Okay, do I like that eye? I like that eye. I'm going to Control C, Control V. Now I have two eyes. Okay? And so you get the point. You're going to make your snowman's face, his arms, and his hat. Now, if I want to make the hat, I would drag this over here. Control C, Control V. Now I have two, but I want to make this one skinnier because I want it to be like the brim of the hat. Okay. Oh, I like how that looks, but I think a nice red ribbon would look good there. So I'm going to Control C, Control V, copy and paste. I'm going to make this a little smaller, and this time I'm going to change the color. So I go up to the paint bucket, which is the fill color, and I could make it any color I want. Maybe I want a red ribbon on his hat. Oh, I think that looks nice. But you know what? I think my snowman also needs a scarf. I'm going to Control C, Control V this, copy and paste, and I'm going to add a little scarf for him. Oh, I think that looks so nice. And you know what? I want his scarf to be a different color, so I'm going to do my fill color again. Maybe he needs to be wearing a green scarf. Okay. But I think I want the hanging down part. So there's two ways I can do that. I can copy and paste it. And then to turn it, do you see this little dot up at the top? If I grab that dot, I can turn my piece. Or you can just insert a new shape. That's fine with me as well. So now he has a scarf, and then you would add the arms on, and you would add the nose on and give him a mouth. Oh no, my nose is behind. So let's remember what we do when my nose is behind. I click it, I click arrange, I click order, I click bring to front. So A, O, bring to front. Now when I pull it over there, it's there. And maybe I want to copy and paste the eyes to make a mouth or make some buttons. And the last thing I'm going to practice is copying and pasting my snowflakes. Control C, Control V, 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 V. I can make so many snowflakes. Maybe I want some to be big, and maybe I want some to be small. So I'm going to make a smaller one. Now I'm going to copy that small one. Control C, Control V. I'm going to make a bunch of little ones. So I'm going to decorate the whole snowman area with all these cute little snowflakes. Okay? So you're going to make me your picture practicing copying, pasting with Control C and Control V. You're going to practice resizing the shapes, so making the shapes bigger and smaller. And you're going to practice changing the color of the shapes to make your snowman unique, okay, and different. So if you chose to do the Christmas tree, it's the same thing. You can just see that my Christmas tree is just 3 triangles stacked on top of each other. Or you could do 4 or 5, however many you want. That's all you have to do. And maybe I want to make the top one a little smaller. Make it a little taller, a little pointier. However you want to do it, it's your tree. And then you can add the lights. Oh, they're behind. Remember, arrange, order, bring to front. And then Control C, Control V, and add some lights on. Add some bulbs, same thing. Maybe I want more of these, however many you want. Just practice your copying and pasting, okay? When you are done, you are going to make sure you click the submit button on Schoology so that I can see your wonderful work, okay? I cannot wait to see your snowman scenes and your Christmas trees. You can do either one or both. Next week, we will do our candy cane experiment. Bye.